Hello, hello. We're just gonna cancel that screen real quick. Okay. So what did we do? What did we do last time? I believe we got to blue science, and then we are. I want to say close to bots. We're not really. I wouldn't say we're close to bots. We can get to bots today, if we actually try. But we don't have like any of the prereqs other than blue science. So I don't know. Don't really know how close we are. I guess it depends how complicated the recipe is. I don't think it's actually too bad. I think we also need concrete for roboports or something like that. Where are roboports? I can never find them in vanilla, let alone mod. Concrete, steel, advanced circuits, and motors. Okay, well that's got to be a bit tricky to automate unless we put steel, concrete on this belt somehow, or we just send concrete down. I think we can do it. Yes, the spaghetti is growing very nicely. Look at this. Look at this spaghetti that goes up for no reason when it could have just gone straight across. So that's definitely not going to cause problems in the future. But yeah, I think it's very, very nice. It's also really dark. Once we get bots, I think we're actually going to put light bulbs in the factory because it is a bit too dark for comfort. You won't survive with just spaghetti? Nah, nonsense. Spaghetti has every nutrient you could possibly need. It has sugars, and that's that. I mean, I guess that's really it. And it has a little bit of protein. Yeah, we can survive with just spaghetti. Wait, why aren't these running? Oh, oh right, we upgraded them to save fuel. We didn't upgrade them to get more iron. Okay, so robots seem easy enough. Concrete, so that's the thing. I don't know how to make concrete. It's not the vanilla recipe. Sand, stone bricks, water, and iron sticks. I don't like any of that. Okay. What we can do to save a lot of complexity is just take the sand from the end of this. This won't produce concrete if our mall is running full time, but you know, it's just a mall. It doesn't run full time. We also need to move it down so it doesn't cause problems later. There we go. So there we can get the sand, and then I think what if we do some kind of splitting thingy to side load it later. I just don't know how exactly we're gonna do that. Also, this doesn't work. Let's go around. Okay, so maybe something like this will work, and then we need to get concrete from like here over here. Oh, that's actually pretty easy. There we go, concrete. Okay, so now we have concrete. We have sand. Then we can do sticks down here, and then somehow we need to get water over here. Oh gosh, this is not close to a lake at all. I regret everything. Let's see. This is gonna be some spaghetti. I guess we can just go through here. I didn't really want to go through here because I wanted to leave a gap. What if I go through here instead? That's not a huge difference, but it does save like one tile up here later if we decide we need that tile. Okay, wait, we don't need these to be produced below, right? We can produce them on this side. I think that would be a little bit easier conceptually. I, ye, hmm, huh, hold up. This is problematic. How do we produce sticks here? I want 2 stick assemblers. I don't know if that's the right number. It probably isn't. If we power it across, though, we can get 2 outserters. Okay, that's pretty decent. We just need to figure out how to get iron to this. And I think what I'm going to do is... No, I don't think I can do whatever this is. What if I do this? We do have to do a side load if we're going to make that happen. Yep, this is not ending up easier, but I think it will work. I think it will work. So now what we can do, we can move this over 1 tile. And voila, look at that. Look at that perfectly made spaghetti. I don't know what it is, but it is beautiful. And that gives us sticks. which we can send to concrete up top. There we go. I could have just put the iron over there. All this work was to just save a splitter going this way. It was not worth it. Which means I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. I think it worked out perfectly. Okay, and then I don't really know how many concrete builders we need, but I imagine this is probably enough. It's missing an inserter. I imagined placing the inserter, but I didn't actually place it apparently. Thank you. Good catch. I swear I did that. Okay, and then we can do an output. There we go. Wonderful, perfect build. I don't even know if we need that many outserters. I doubt we need that many outserters considering how slow these are. Okay, that should work better. What's the ratio? It has 15 in to 10 out. Yeah, we should do 2 long outputs. We could even do 3. I don't think it makes a huge difference. But we need concrete for a lot of things, so I figured we might as well make it somewhat big. I think this is too big based on the amount of resources we have, so it probably won't work too great. But it's worth giving a shot. Giving it a shot, seeing how well it works whenever we have the resources. It's just we can't sustain all of this sand production consistently if our whole base is running, so we're hoping that we just produce enough during the bursts that this will be okay. And then just in case we should sideload, I don't know. There we go. Look at that. Now it's balanced and it's going up. I don't want it to go up. There we go. Now it's going down. Now we can get all the concrete we need. We can cover our entire factory with it. We still need water, which is not close in any direction. I think maybe we should go down a little bit and then left. Is this water? Wait, hold up. Can I use this? Or is that just green? Or is it water? Because if it's water, that would be sick. I feel like it's just blue ground. Okay, well, I was hopeful. Nothing wrong with hope every now and again. Okay. This does not line up perfectly, but we are fairly close to water. That's not too bad. It looks a lot farther on the mini-map than it was in practice. And then we'll just cut through here, because why not? We'll regret it later, but we won't regret it now. And then, yeah, now we can't make it through. So now we have to angle it a little bit. And there we go. Perfect. And wonderful and not at all awful. Awesome. And it's running. Perfect. We don't have anywhere for it to go at the moment. I don't know if we really need to automate anything. I mean, realistically, we should automate roboports. There's also other things that need concrete that we should probably automate. But for now, we're just going to do a chest, I think. A bunch of chests. Wait, hold up. We have the power. And it uses concrete. Perfect. I want to make a warehouse because the warehouses are cool. That's really the only reason. I don't think they're a better option right now. Like, I don't think they're the best choice for this, but they're pretty sick looking. Like, look at that. Look at that massive storage. It's so much. Oh my gosh, it just keeps scrolling. That way I don't have to worry about balancing a bunch of chests, which is actually pretty cool. Wait, hold up. Do they have logistics warehouses? Is that a thing? Storage strongbox. Oh my gosh, we can get... Oh, that's cool. We can get a passive provider warehouse. That will be awesome for this. That's really neat. Mods are cool. Okay, so how are these working? They seem to be working just fine. I really hope that these are used for big electric engines because... Ah, darn it. Okay. So maybe these were a bit excessive. I figured we would also be using these for robots whenever I built 20 multi-cylinder engine assemblers. But it turns out we can run all of our blue science and then some with what looks to be a third, a little over a third of what we made. So that's interesting. I really was expecting, maybe these aren't running full time. No, I was really expecting it to be like a 1-to-1 ratio. Why isn't it a 1-to-1 ratio? Oh, these take 10 seconds to craft. Okay. Wait, no, those take 10 seconds to craft, but you need 2 of them, right? Oh, you only need 1. Well, and it takes 36 seconds. Ah, okay. I did not realize chemical science was a 36-second craft in this. That explains a lot. That also explains why there's so many red chips getting through. So we can definitely afford to expand green science. What do beacons cost? None of them look like beacons to me. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Beacons are very far. Wait, there's a production science pack still? Is it a post-launch thing? Because it has the little, like, post-launch... It has, like, the fancy science upgrade. What's it called? Production science? I don't know what any of that is. I'm assuming it's space junk, because that doesn't look very easy to build. Okay, back to what we were doing. We are gathering some concrete so we can make roboports. We need to increase our small motor production. And since we actually need a lot of small motors, it is time that we read the recipe for the first time ever. Because, yeah, we have not we have not done that before. I don't think. Okay. 0.81.1. Okay, so it's probably... What is that ratio for gears? It's 0.5 to 0.8. That's almost a 1 to 2, but not quite. We can do like a 6 to 4. A 6 to 4 would be decent. It's not quite a perfect ratio, but it's pretty close. If you do a 6 to 4, you have... What is that? Only like 0.2. It's like 5. It's only 5% off from a perfect ratio. That's decent. Also, since these need iron, there's actually a pretty decent way to do it. Because we can have it outputting like this. And then that will grab the gears, and it will grab the electric drills, or electric things. We just need to make sure we stagger it correctly. And then I'm assuming direct inserting wires is not a good idea because the ratio. Because this produces, it's like a 2 to 1 for wires. Actually, a 2 to 1 is kind of tricky to do. I thought it would be easier, but it is not. So let's assume we have a gap for the output, and then this will be iron, and then this will be gears. So we can have 4, and then we can have 6 or 7. Yeah, there's no way to get a 2 to 1 here. Because this is a 1 to 1 ratio, which is not ideal. So we would have to stagger these down really far, and then we run into throughput issues. So yeah, that won't work. Can we get... I do have an idea. What if we direct insert the wire on one half, and the other outputs onto a belt? Or no, it could direct insert. We could do... okay, no, I think I see the line, right? We can do an output here and an input here. This will be iron and gears. And then if we move this over one tile, we can have the output. This is decent. I think it's assuming a 1 to 1 ratio, which is... or a 2 to 1 ratio, which is a bit wasteful, but it's not too bad. I kind of like that. And then we have copper on the outside. This is a lot of copper. There's no way we have this much copper, is there? We need a new copper lane, is what it's looking like. But yeah, this is pretty decent. And then 1 lane of iron should work. We didn't figure out a compact way to do the gears. I'm realizing. We'll probably be okay. We can do the gears. Maybe we can just do the gears above it. Okay, so let's place it in this little corner. I like that. And then we'll do the inserters later, but I think the spacing is good. And then we can put the 4 gear assemblers we need right here. Somewhere like there. We'll clean it up, but yeah, I think this will work. Can we is there any way we can put copper on the same belt as this output? Because that would be very sleek. I think it's possible. It uses a lot of undergrounds, but it will save like 1 tile. We won't worry about it. That's not important. Okay, so we just need, let's do fast inserters for once, because we've been using a lot of yellow inserters by accident, and then things just do not work that great. Wait, can we power these? Wait, do these have enough output speed? I might not have thought this through. This might not work until we get a stack size upgrade, which could be problematic, just a little bit. We could always power it through undergrounds if it is a problem. So yeah, we can just roll with it, see how it goes. I think it might be okay. Then productivity modules, because they're basically free. We don't have enough, I don't think, so we need to go find some. Concrete productions. Oh wait, we have enough. It just took forever to appear in my inventory because of even distribution. Okay. So these are all wire. Wait, is it? Hold up. This produces 3 per second. Oh wait, no, it's not a 3-to-1 ratio. It's like a 3-to-2 ratio. Yeah, whatever. It's close enough. I don't want to redesign it. I forgot. Yeah, these use when I was doing the estimates. Did I do them right? Actually, no, I didn't do them terribly. It's like a 0.75 to 0.8. So yeah, all of the ratios we're using here are like 5% off because the ratio is very, like, it's one of those things that if you scale it up, you can get a good number, but if you don't scale it, like, you're just kind of doomed. Because the numbers do not like rounding. Okay, and then we can get all the power poles. Are these the right kinds of power poles? Yes, they are. Perfect. And then this needs to be gears and iron. Which I don't actually know how to do cleanly. Maybe like this. And then we can sideload it here. Actually, yeah, that looks pretty good, except for the fact that it's not staggered enough. It needs to be, I think 1 tile over will do. Yeah, okay. So if we just move this over 1 tile, we'll be totally fine. We do need a sideload though. Okay, I like that. So we send iron here. Hopefully we have the belt throughput. I think we do, but just barely. We can always upgrade things to red belts if we need. Okay, so iron goes here, copper goes here. For now, let's just take this iron, see how it works out. Probably not well, considering how all of our spaghetti looks. And then copper will just split here. Right? Okay, yeah. And then if possible, it would actually be very nice if we could get like an entire copper belt. Which we could technically do by just making a copper belt instead of just splitting off things endlessly. But that sounds smart, and I think we've established multiple times that we're not very smart. Okay, there we go. There's all the copper we need. I really hope I got the recipe right, because I didn't actually double check at any point if I did. Okay, we definitely should have enough iron, I think, for this. Maybe not. How's the concrete working? Concrete is actually limited by assembling machines. That's really nice. I thought we were going to be heavily limited by inserters. But nope. It's just, they take a long time to start. They look inserter limited because of the like 30-second delay when you build them, but it's not like a continuous delay. And there's no way this has enough copper. Maybe with prod mods that will help, but... Wait, hold up. What's wrong here? Oh, right. Their gears are backing up because these aren't running because we don't have enough copper. Is it a belt issue? I think maybe we just have a distribution issue. I'm pretty sure that if we upgrade this to a strip of red belts, that we might be able to make it work. So you want to output prio towards blue science, but then anything else we have that's extra, we should send towards here, which might need a few more undergrounds. Oops. But not a ton. We could also split it here if we really wanted to and save red undergrounds, but I don't think we're that hurting for resources right now. What? Why did smart belt fail me? Okay, and then we can split it. So I don't think this is obviously not a fantastic solution, but it is a solution that will work until we start using red chips, the whole red chip belt, I guess. Actually, how are red chips? Is it still a 6-second craft? Yeah, I think we can expand this. The reason we didn't, because that's where our oil belt was. So I think for personal use, we can actually just put more on the other side. Copper lane is broken at the second splitter. Really? Okay. Thank you. The one closer to the small motors. Copper lane is broken at the second splitter. More upstream. Oh, okay. So closer, but not like close. Oh wait, there's other small motors. The other motor assembler. Okay, this one's working. Ah, thank you. The one, I see it. What would that have cut? Oh, all of blue science and red chips, the thing I just expanded. Yeah, that would have been bad. Much nicer now. Okay, so we have all of these, and then this is actually tricky. I think what we want to do is we want to split off these green chips for bots. So we'll probably add a splitter here so we can get half of them and send them onto that belt. Okay. And then we have steel plates we can get from here. That's not gonna cause problems later when I have no idea why I'm sideloading it like that. Okay, change of plans. Wait, if it's gonna coincidentally, like, if we have this splitter here, we might as well use it, right? That looks pretty good. Okay. So that is the first step of robots. What else does it need? Batteries, more electronic circuits, more steel plates. Okay, that's pretty easy. Because 2 of those are already here, which means we'll probably do Hmm. I think we want things to output onto the other side. Because we need a space for batteries. Or we need a splitter, but I don't think we should use a splitter. So this should actually be on this side, and then we can output onto about like this. So this will allow us to use an assembler here for all the good stuff. We can also, if we send it up, I think that might actually be better. And then if we could possibly leave a gap. No, we can't leave a gap. We'll have to do lube on the other side. Okay. That is very much not, that is staggered, and I don't like that. Real quick, let's actually read the recipe for once. That takes 10 seconds. This takes 20. So if we want extra, if we do a 1-to-1 ratio, we'll get extra for robot frames, right? Actually, no, we won't. Oh, it's a 4-to-1 ratio? Or a 2-to-1 ratio? I don't like that. Okay. Hello, Holofoil. Welcome, welcome. We are currently trying to set up robot frames and realizing they are incredibly expensive compared to vanilla. I thought they were just slightly expensive, but no, they're like probably like 2 or 3 times more expensive. Or 4. It's hard to say. These are pricier, these are pricier. So when you combine them, it's like 4 times pricier, maybe more, which is great. But fortunately, it's not that much of a cost once we get it set up. But the initial like batch will be very slow to start. Okay, so it should be a 2-to-1 ratio of engines to frames, which is not great. So depending how I want to expand it, this honestly isn't a great design then if it's 2-to-1 ratio. Oh well, I'm sticking with it because I am stubborn. And then we can also do productivity modules and make it more expensive, make it cheaper. So let's actually send these up. Would be a slightly better idea. Not that much better. And then can we output here? I think we have to output like this. Okay, this will work. This looks scalable-ish. It's not as compact as I thought it would be because the ratio ended up being so much higher than I was expecting. So it's basically not going the direction I was intending it to. It will be nice to have actual bots though, because currently we just have the ones we got from Tiny Start, which are not great. And definitely not enough for how often we're pasting things. Okay, let's hope this is right-ish. Because of the productivity modules, the ratio I have is not perfect. So what we should do is add a couple more. I don't know. I don't know which side we would actually need to upgrade. This is slower and gives extra. I think we would need to add a couple extra on the right half. It's like here. Should be fine. Yeah. You don't really need a ton of assemblers, but if I'm setting things up, I might as well make it large while I can. Although I don't know if I'm going to be crafting limited or resource limited. But like, it's so easy to just make 20 of something instead of just 1. Even if I know I'll never actually need this much production, or not for a long while. Okay, so now we need to figure out how to make batteries and lube, which these don't have the input. These are going the wrong way. Okay, so they're missing lube there. We're missing batteries. Big electric motors should be set up correctly, so that should be fine. I'm assuming lube is vanilla. And we do have heavy cracking. We do have cracking unlocked. We don't need a ton of it, but it also will be very easy to set up some kind of prio so the advanced oil gets consumed first. So we can get away with like 1 or 2 oil refineries for lube. So we need some refineries, we need chem plants, we need a tank. We don't need a lot of tanks, but we do need one tank just so we can set up logic. Wait, do we have logic? We would have to have logic. I just cannot figure out where it is. There it is. I'm just blind. And then did we make the pump yet? Oh, we made 6 of them. Okay. But yeah, basically all I want to do is... Huh. This is a problem. Can we change how we do the logic? That is another option. Yeah, okay. So my thinking was that I would set up logic on the solid fuel, or the petroleum. But that's not a good idea, because we can't really we can't really set logic here that isn't consumed by the base. So that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't like trying mods outside of like their base form for the most part if it's my first time. So I didn't really feel like I should add Factorio 2. Until I tried out like just regular space exploration. Okay, I think I've got it. We'll put a tank here. And we'll put a pump here. Actually, no, we'll do a tank here as well. So this is what we'll use for logic, this pump right here. So these will only activate if we have backed up petroleum, or if we don't have backed up petroleum. It is. Like, it seems to have very solid integration, but I still wouldn't want to try space exploration outside of its base form first. Like, you can treat them as essentially one mod, but you can also treat them as separate mods, and that's how it's, like, you know, was first made. So, I don't know. I think it's... I definitely prefer it this way. But I'm not a... I haven't gone into mods. Like, I've never been a huge modder in general. So, doing multiple things also is already, like, a bit much for me. Because I barely just want to... I barely can do mods at all without getting burnt out, let alone more complex ones. But that's what we're doing SpaceX for, to see if I can get over my fear of Factorio mods. Do I need anything here? I need the productivity mods. And then, okay, that's set up correctly, kind of? Yeah. Oh, we wanted a tank here just so this runs better. Or just so we can use the pumps better. Doesn't make a huge difference, but I think it helps to take directly from a tank if I want them actually split. Oh wait, this isn't supposed to be split. Never mind. It doesn't matter if there's a tank or not then. Oh, okay, so we want this to work if petroleum is low. We just need to figure out where the heck petroleum is in our inventory. Petroleum gas less than... Honestly, it probably won't matter that much. Okay, and now we need to set up advanced oil to the right. So this will make it that if our advanced oil balancing is not great, we can still at least get pure petroleum to make sure like plastics and stuff and solid fuel are still running. Because I always like having one backup, but ideally it will prioritize I do want to prioritize advanced oil. So ideally these won't run, but they're there just in case. Is advanced oil the same? I actually didn't check. Wait. What is this? Huh. Um, interesting, interesting. Huh. I don't know which is better. This uses less water. It produces more heavy oil. I don't know what it cracks down to. I don't know the ratios for cracking. I feel like this probably nets me more petroleum. And then this one nets me nothing. Considering this is crude, it's probably the worst one. So let's just base it off of that assumption. Hello, Makeji. My mace, it's very clean spaghetti, but it is still spaghetti. It is very, very much spaghetti. I'm hoping to go to a bus soon, now that I have bots. But I always start my base with spaghetti because I find it's a lot easier to get started that way. And then you can make it cleaner once you get to bots. That's always been my philosophy. Okay. Will this work? Yeah, okay, we can make this work. Neural processing is best for petrol, advanced is best for light. Really? This one's best for petrol? Wait, which one's normal? Oh, this one is best for petroleum gas, really? Hmm, interesting. Then I should not prio this. Well, I do want... I guess it doesn't make a huge difference, as long as we only have, like, one advanced. And then let's do it, just in case we had, like, a beacon, let's do it on this side. Just in case we decide to beacon these refineries later, we can leave a gap for that now. Okay, I think that says everything it needs, except for the actual water input. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, and then we can just cut across, and then we'll figure out where to store stuff. For now, we'll just crack everything. And then we have cracking and then cracking. Okay. Well, I think this works so far. We don't have a spot to put heavy oil. So we do need to make some tanks, which we really should have already made, but I guess we kind of forgot about them. Yeah, I don't know what the recipes are, and I don't feel like doing math. So we'll just put 2 of them and say that's enough lube, and efficiency doesn't matter because I don't want to have to think about it right now. Is it denial? 100%, but it does the job. Hopefully we don't need this space for anything later, because we would be completely doomed if we did. Wait, cracking needs water, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, we probably should have had a pump here.
Beef taco, beef taco.
Okay, we didn't need to connect it to both, but it's too late now. Crack if greater than, like... Honestly, we don't need to keep a ton. Let's just say 20k or something. Hello, Deb. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Will this work? Yes. Yeah, okay. Now, I think that's all the cracking we need. Then we can just do a straight output here. And then do the exact same thing here. 1 more tile. Perfect. That actually looks pretty good. Did I connect everything right? I feel like I didn't. Wait. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. We need to connect it here. And then this one, the water, is going to be the one with the undergrounds. Okay, I like that so far. Then once again, we have a pump with very basic logic. And actually, I think we can just copy this logic. And then just change it to light oil, and it should be good. Oil setup is the worst looking part of your SE base. I feel like oil is the worst part of every Factorio base ever. At least that's how it's been for me. Anytime I see oil, I just make the messiest pipe spaghetti I possibly can. And boy, does that cause problems later. Okay, does this actually work? I think it does. I feel like I didn't miss anything. I had to change this to an underground real quick so I can copy it. If anyone was wondering what that was about. Okay, I think that's set up correctly. This should not be working. No, I didn't activate the pump early enough. Okay, they seem to be working just fine. Oil is either annoying or ugly. Yeah, no, that's fair. Those are the two options. Why don't we have undergrounds? Oh well, we have them now. I guess we don't actually have them automated, do we? Oh, we do. We just didn't pick up for them. Cool. There a lot of times I postpone automating like basic things that are cheap. So I was surprised that we actually had them for once. And then we have 11,000 concrete, which we could totally use for something. Don't really know what. And then we need a loop. Oh, that's a smart option. Play multiplayer, have someone else deal with it. I like it. Okay, we're gonna do something awful. No, I don't want to do that. Never mind, we're not gonna do that. Grid cells seem very nice for multiplayer. I've never really been a fan of the design for like solo stuff, but it is a very good way to play with friends and be like, yeah, you can go do your own thing in this little area, and you just know they can't expand into your cell. Mostly, although I did try playing with a grid once, and my friend did not follow the grid, so maybe it just depends on how willing someone is to follow the rules. Is lube the same recipe? I didn't actually check. I'm assuming it is. Oh, yeah. Very much the same recipe. And that is way too much lube. But there we have it. Lube. More than we'll ever need. It is a bit tricky to get it back because of the pipe spaghetti we have. And there's no belt weaving with pipes, unfortunately. Not in this version. I think you can belt weave in mods that have different kinds of pipes. But at the moment I only have one pipe, so we don't really have that option. I'm assuming we might get more pipes. Oh, maybe that's only for space. That's fair. I could see it being very beneficial once you get to mods, and just anything where you don't really know how much you'll be expanding. It's nice to have something that's very easy to just throw down and add like more circuit production. The flexibility of it must be pretty solid. Okay, I don't really like how I routed the water or the lube, but it's too late now. It's going here. Okay, so now we can get big electric engines, which actually we might, if we do more lube assemblers, we might get more pressure. I don't know if pressure is going to be a problem though, because this is a pretty long pipe for very little fluid flow. But looking at it, we don't need a ton. Yeah, robots make modular builds very, very nice. Because you just need to set it up once, and then you can just expand however much you need, and doesn't matter how complicated it is, because bots can do the weird placements. Also, can we research anything? Oh, we can go towards this. Yeah, that's pretty nice. What is this? Utility. Oh, utility space science. So the only thing that's new name-wise is rocket science. Train deadlocks. Oh, yeah, train deadlocks sound brutal. I've never really used trains. I feel like space exploration will be the first time I've ever used trains. At least that's my goal. Do we have enough oil? Wait, are we actually low on oil? Or is it because we added a tank? Are we not? Are we not getting enough? No, wait, hold up. These aren't running. Did we never go back here? No, we fixed it. I wonder if I have too much oil. You never use trains until you started this multiplayer SpaceX. Both seem like good reasons to use trains. Anytime I play with friends, they always want to use trains, but they don't know how to set them up, and neither do I. So that always makes it that it never gets done, because neither of us want to go figure out trains, and then we stop playing, or they stop playing. The train's out there in the game for a reason. Yeah, fair. I mean, vanilla-wise, trains aren't super useful unless you're doing a mega base or a railworld. Train throughput is what turns you away from city block style stuff. Isn't train throughput super high? I guess it depends how you design the city block. Batteries. Huh. Okay, hold up. There's a couple ways I can do this. Either way, I need to get sulfur over here. And water. So I can either send sulfur this direction. How is this save and run and streaming going? This save is going pretty good. We haven't been killed by biters yet, which is nice. We've been very aggressive in taking them out, which has helped. We're about to get to bots as soon as I can figure out how to get sulfuric acid all the way across my base. And what I'm thinking is I should instead go for sulfur, not sulfuric acid. You use LTN. What's LTN? I've heard that name before. Is that the logistic trains? Oh no, were we hit? No. Is that the logistic trains that add like provider chests or something to trains? Because that sounds pretty neat. Main issue would be UPS. You can't have train base without buffers. Yeah, you do use a lot of buffers. But that's also just, you're not going to run into those problems unless you're either using huge mods or mega basing. But yeah, definitely exist in those situations. Do I want to go this way? It's too late. It's not too late, but I'm stubborn. Okay. We can produce batteries in this little corner. Because in theory, there is copper that we can use, and there is iron that we can use. The only problem is that we didn't really use space for it. So here's what we can do. If we can figure out how to sideload this onto the other side. Will this work? Hold up, this might work. What side of the belt do you get placed on? Damn it, it does not work. Wait, no, I see it. I see the line. There we go. We could have also used belt weaving, but this works. Okay, so this gives us all the iron we need. It only adds a new stop and signals? Really? So it has nothing to do with logistics in Factorio. It's like logistics in the general sense. That's a fair name for that. Then. That sounds really nice. Very convenient if it automatically creates schedules, because that part I can never get down. Okay, so this needs... What's the ratio? I don't actually know. Is it 1-to-1 or 2-to-1? I want to say it's 2-to-1. Wait. We don't need to produce sulfur. The whole reason we moved sulfur over here is because... Yeah, okay, I remember what we're building. Okay. Input. This needs to go one tile over. I think we need one there. I'm not actually sure. Okay, this should work. And just in case, we're going to add a second one, because who knows? Maybe we'll decide to expand batteries by like 10,000. Probably not, but just in case. Okay, now we can add batteries here. 1, 2, 1, 2, output, output. There we go. Look at that, we got batteries. Probably. I'm not actually confident we set it up, but I'm pretty sure we got batteries. And then hopefully this is the right side of the belt. Those outputs aren't going to grab. Did I put them on the wrong side of the belt again? I probably put them on the wrong side of the belt. Oh. Yeah. This wasn't supposed to look like this. Thank you. There we go. Wait, how did I not copy that? Oh my gosh, what? Okay. Thanks for catching that. Much appreciated. We do still have to set up water, but I think that's the easiest part. Then I think we have the side load somewhere else. Yeah, the side load's down there. Perfect. These can get their productivity modules, and then water. We'll come around from the top, so that way I don't have to worry about the pipes mashing together, mixing together. Okay. After the setup, it pretty much works like robots, but more limited because you have to specify what stations request and train sizes and handle buffers. I mean, it sounds like just as much setup to me as like a normal train station because you have to do all that with any train if you want it to actually work. I mean, technically you can make a very dumb train if you want with like no, with just guessing, but it's not going to be that great. Yeah, I didn't decide to put on socks today, sorry. I'm just wearing my slippers. They're gray. I don't have a picture of them, though. Okay, how's this look? Oh, wait, look at that, look at that. We got our first one. And then we can do this. Probably. Where are robots? Wait, where are robots? Yes. Okay, look at that. Robots, well, not quite acquired. If we stare at this for long enough, that will be true. Okay, first robots. We don't have a roboport or any form of providers or anything. Wait. What is this? Oh, okay. I only got the 4 wide one. I haven't gotten the 6 wide yet. Okay. So we got the robots. Roboports are not super expensive, I don't think. They need a lot of these. Oh, snap. Wait. Ow. What? What aggroed you? Interesting, interesting. Can we grab some ammo on the way and actually defend that area? I mean, there's nothing super expensive up there to lose. It's just some miners. I'm just not sure why it was attacked. Oh, like an expansion force looking for somewhere to expand. I could see that being a problem. Oh wait, we can go faster. I guess we can't fix those unless... Okay, that'll work. Then we can stand here and then defend, apparently, which was... Honestly, I'm surprised this place wasn't defended, but also I'm not surprised because I'm lazy. There is a hookshot in space exploration. Oh, yeah, I could see it just, like, jumping across. Okay. Well, why would it go there? I guess if they pathed around... I could see them pathing past this. Do I not have a radar up here? No, I do. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll wait until we get attacked again, and maybe we'll get a better idea of where they came from. Because I don't really want to attack a biter base right now. I don't know. I don't see anywhere else it could have come from. Unless maybe radars haven't scanned where a new base is. How's our coal, by the way? Coal is fine. We're honestly not consuming a ton of coal. Which I guess makes sense because our base idles. Yeah, it would be very weird pathing if it was that. But this one just looks so far that that one doesn't make much sense either. So who knows? Let's just go back to placing a couple roboports. We could automate them, I think, relatively easily. If we have enough steel. I think we're going to start running into steel problems because we've been expanding a lot of things that consume steel, but we have not once expanded steel itself, which is not great. But I think, let's see, here is motors. We can get steel from here just fine. And we can just sideload it. Okay, so that's half of that. Concrete is very close. So we'll just send that up and across, and that can't be powered. There we go. And then red chips, I think... What steel is this? There's no coke. It's just regular iron steel. I might be talking a bit too quiet. My mic is the levels I tend to like it as, though. Sometimes I do look away from it against quiet, though. But I try to keep it just in the yellow. Okay, I don't really want to try to figure out how to automate red chips over here. Actually, hold up. That's not that hard, is it? We can share this belt. I could turn it up one tick, though. See if that helps a little. Good day, Iceman. Welcome, welcome. I think this is what we're gonna do. Is that on the right side? No, it is not. Okay. We'll just awkwardly sideload it then. There we go. So we can piggyback off of this belt. So that way we can fully automate roboports. Because I don't really know how large this base is going to be. And I can probably assume that if I put 3,000 red chips, then that's enough. But I don't know. Who knows how much we'll keep expanding. So let's see. We do need to... Actually, we don't want both of them. We just want the red chips. I have not been to orbit yet, no. This is currently just ground exploration, really. No space exploring at the moment. And then I think we need some fast undergrounds. Oh wait, we can make that work. We can make that work. There we go. I like it. Robots in SpaceX are before rockets? Yeah. Are they not in your Crestorio one? I just realized this is a very expensive box to defend. And we have it on the very edge of the base. So that's not a great combo. So this should be roboports fully automated, I think. And then we're going to just watch as we slowly run out of steel because there's no way we can support this amount of steel production. We also definitely can't afford copper if things don't back up. So we won't really know what our bottlenecks are for a bit, but we definitely have some. Hello, Toddmaster. Welcome, welcome. See, orbit, yellow belt. How do those relate? Do you stop using yellow belt in orbit? I imagine I probably will by that point. I would hope so. I would hope I don't get to space and realize I still can't afford red belt. Also, what am I doing? Oh, those are military. I'm blind. Okay. Random researches to make sure It doesn't idle, which is probably why we have so much copper right now, because half our base wasn't running. Is it requesters and such that are after space science? Probably, yes. Uh, I think those used a color I didn't recognize. All of these seem spacey to me. Orbit has special belts. You can't use yellow, red, or blue belts in orbit, but gotta use space belts. That makes sense. Because, I mean, I imagine if you throw a robot, if you throw something on a regular belt, it's just gonna, like, fly off into the air. Need some kind of magnet or something. What did I come over here for? I wanted to clear my inventory of this blue science, which I could be buffering. I probably should be buffering. It doesn't matter that much. It's not like we're researching constantly. Then coal. I can't wait until we get requester chests. For now, I think we'll have to use filtered storage chests. Or, yeah, strong boxes will work. Okay, so we can set this to coal, if we can remember where coal is. Okay. Is that going to be prioed? I don't think that's going to be prioed. It will empty itself eventually, but yeah, that doesn't have a prio. So instead, we're going to use a splitter, because I do want this to be consumed first. Okay, that'll eventually be in... that'll eventually be in Roboport range. I would think one would be at least to red belt before going to orbit. Nah, red belt's overrated. Red belt's too expensive. Yellow belt or best. We'll use it for everything, even if it doesn't work. But yeah, realistically, we should just set up some form of yellow belts or red belt processing, because it's really not difficult to set up. I don't think we've just been postponing it because we like to postpone things. But yeah, all we really need is gears and regular belt. Like, it is not expensive. The hardest thing is if you want to produce a lot of it, it is incredibly hard. Yeah, I do know about robot attrition. Fortunately, I don't use logistic bots that much, so it will be a while before that matters. And it doesn't affect construction bots, so we are safe from that for now. If you spin a SpaceX, your average science per minute is like 3 per minute. Yeah, that tracks. I can 100% see how that, how it ends up that way. Okay, let's see where we have bottlenecks. It's really hard to see where I have bottlenecks. This is a mess of this is a mess. What's another thing we can do? We can get pass providers. That's a good idea. Oh my gosh, these take a lot. These take a while. But yeah, we'll start upgrading things to passive providers and storage chests. What are we missing? Steel? Oh, my prediction is coming true. We are not producing enough steel. Although I don't think it's actually for lack of... Okay, it's not necessarily lack of furnaces. It probably is, but it looks like iron is not distributed well. When you went to your first factory, you forgot to take anything with you, so you have a second starter base there. That's fun. I do not think... I think I will have that exact same problem. Oh, yeah, okay, we're just running out of iron. Cool. Well, that means our factory is actually working. That's a good sign. Wait, we haven't found iron anywhere. Oh, hold up. That's actually bad. You know, I was making fun of this patch earlier, but we might need to use it for now. Good to see steel being an issue. Oh, yeah. You can never have too much steel in any mod, it seems. Or vanilla. Just, it's always something you're short on. We could try core mining. We can see how that works. Core mining drill. Concrete, steel, 40 electric drills? Okay. Well, this might help. I think we also need pulverizers, which also need concrete. Perfect. Okay. And then I think we can upgrade our sand assembling machine. Trains? Yeah, trains would help. But the problem isn't getting the resources back to the base. It's just I don't see iron anywhere. Wait, there might be some up here. Ooh, there's iron up there. We can run a belt that long. It's not a bonus. Yeah, it is just a bonus. But we're not that limited right now. Like, we're not that short on iron. We're just a little bit short on iron. So I think it might be mostly sufficient. Oh no? What do you see? Do you see how far it is? You don't like that I'm gonna run a belt that far? It's only that's only like 4,000 belts. That's not that much. Look, if you're not going to run 5,000 tracks, what's the point of a train? That's how I have always seen it. Give them a chance? No, that sounds like a lot of work. And then you don't think you should have ice in the desert? Do we have ice in the desert? I don't really see ice. But you can get, I feel like you can get ice in the desert. I mean, deserts are really hot in the daytime, but maybe things freeze at night, depending on where you are. Tracks and station? Well, if all I have is one track and one station, what's the point? Oh, we keep forgetting to grab electric rails. Yeah, spelling's not important. I usually don't even notice spelling errors most of the time. But we could try train. We could do a very basic train system. If that's what the people want, I can give in and do a train. Also, did we use up all of our concrete? We really only grabbed four stacks of concrete. When we have that many. Oh, well, that's fine. And then, wait, do we have power for this? We do, barely. The entire planet. We won't use any trains on any planet ever, and it will be completely miserable, just how I like it. Yeah, hopefully we do have trains at some point. I don't like doing trains before bots. 5k tiles, 3 wide belt. You know, that's not that bad. That's a lot less than it seems. Like, that's only 3 chests of belt. That's nothing. Then is there any possible way we can get repair packs down here? Not in a way that is reasonable. Technically, there is a way if I abuse logistic filters, but it's not worth it. Basic train includes jumping trains. That would be awesome if you could have a train that just jumps. They needed to upgrade to blue belts. 15,000 blue belts. Okay, that is a bit pricey. If it's 15,000 yellow belts, that's a bit rough. I have a jetpack unlocked, but I need better power armor for it, don't I? Oh wait, module armor is super cheap. Module armor is almost cheaper than the tiny armor. Yeah, okay, thanks for the reminder. Let's use a jetpack. It requires no power? It requires fuel, though. It is awesome, though. I agree with that. Wait, what are we missing? The throwing inserters mod is just absolutely hilarious. It's so silly. I love it. Okay, jetpack equipment. Okay. Grappling plus jetpack. No, okay, now you're talking. Uh-oh, I just realized a problem. There we go. If I remove this armor to transfer things, everything will chest explode. There we go. Okay. That works. And if we arrange things better, Is there any way to get another Roboport? No. We could maybe get rid of the energy shield. Is adaptive armor 2x2? No, 2x2, never mind. Okay, well, this will work for now. Wait, hold up, we didn't equip it. Wait. Oh, wow. Modular armor is almost worse than tiny armor. Actually, I think it is worse in some ways. A full base with throwing inserters would be hilarious. Okay, we have a jetpack. Oh! Why am I taking damage from this? Hookshot glider. Someone's been playing some Zelda. Actually, I guess you don't have both of those in one game. You do have those in the Zelda games, just not in one Zelda game. Actually, wait. I guess maybe Wind Waker, you could say, has both. It's more like a leaf. Not damage, but energy drain from shield. Isn't that just damage? I'm gonna save this and then go around a couple times and see if I just die. Is it just a weird charging bug? I'm very confused. Well, it doesn't kill me. I don't really understand what's happening. But it doesn't kill me. That's the important thing. And then... yeah, I don't know. Wait, so does this need fuel? Oh, it consumes it from the inventory, so I just need to make sure I hold fuel. Yeah, that's why I reloaded. I saw the biters and was like, I don't want them to shoot me down. Just drain the shield, not the health. Okay. So I can't like personally kill myself with a jetpack plus jetpack plus sorry, hook shot plus glider. There was, yeah, that's true. There's this iron here. There might be more up there. I want to get this core mining drill down because it seems fun, because it's just stupidly large. And then we can go look for iron. Also, we need just a handful of logistic bots, which means we need a chest with robot frames. It's my first time. This is the farthest I've ever gone in space exploration. I've tried a couple times and I get to bots and then I stop. But that has always been offline. Figured I would be more motivated at streaming it. So that's what we're here doing. Don't fly over biters. Yeah, I did try jetpacks before. They knock you out of your glider, which is not good. Especially when you're not prepared and have no shield and then you just die. Why are these not charging? Does something here take a lot of power? I don't know. I don't know. This is such a small amount of wait, let's do this. This will work. That way we don't have to think. Okay. So all of this right here is to make sure I have logistic bots for personal use. I don't really need a ton more than that. I just want to be able to clear my inventory with logistic bots, which is unfortunate because attrition will make it that this is less effective. And hand feeding, like, I might need more than 80 total, but it should last a while. I think my issue is lack of multiplayer goons. It's fun only doing half the work. It is nice having other people do the work. It's less nice when people expect you to do the work, which is usually how my multiplayer sessions end up. It ends up being a lot more work on my part to make a base large enough for 2 people. Wait, what? Oh. Did I not connect the logistics? These are supposed to take coal up here. What else haven't I tried and are thinking about? I would like to do Factorio at some point. Not necessarily... I didn't want to do it with space exploration. I wanted to try them by themselves. Someone recommended Cities of Earth, which seems like a cool little mod. That's, you know, a lot more vanilla. Maybe I might try like Angels or Bobs at some point. Maybe I'll do like C block to suffer through it and just make it as painful as possible. Who knows? But the only ones I really have on my list right now are Factorio and maybe Cities of Earth. Yeah, for me, it was never really that Bob's felt hard. I was just never a huge fan of the. I can't think of the word. I wasn't a huge fan of the intermediate chain because a lot of it felt like processing wood into better wood, 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 and it probably wasn't that many tiers. Like how I say suffer through C block, yet you play this. Yeah, but this is a lot more exciting than C block. C block just has nothing going on. It is literally just an idle game. Like you can't really do anything to speed things up, which makes it rough. Okay, we should have pulverizers, right? We were supposed to have been crafting them that whole time. But I don't recognize the icons. No, we were not crafting them. Okay. We need a couple pulverizers here to reduce how much sand or stone we use for sand. And then we can probably make a couple more. What are we missing? Iron, we have steel, we have concrete, we have a little bit of pipe. Okay, iron. We can get iron. Just run along this. It only has one kind of wood. I just kind of made some resource up, but that's how the chains feel to me. Like it just feels like you process one item into one better of the same item repeatedly. Unless maybe it's the combination with angels that does that. Acid? Is that a vanilla Factorio color? Cool. Then I don't have to think about it. Yeah, it's been a while since I played, so I don't know the actual recipes. But I remember anytime I crafted something, it felt like I was just crafting one thing up like 20,000 times. Okay, stone goes into 3 sand as opposed to 2 sand. Perfect, this is better. Is it faster? It is faster. Cool. And we can make it basically free on energy too. Okay, now this is the tricky part. How do I... This works. It's a really weird way to do it, but it works. Okay, I like it. They have not really released any info as far as I know still. Is this enough sand? I think it is. Because we went from 4 with 0.75 to 1. But because it produces more sand, I think this is better. What about Nullius? I don't know anything about Nullius. I always thought that was a person. If I'm being honest. I think I'm thinking Neolaus. Yeah, I remember that. Hearing that. As like a... But it was for a title that sounds like a made-up title, so I have no idea what their involvement is in it. Because I don't know. I feel like game dev titles never sound like anything to me. Oh wait, I dropped all of my my concrete, or all of my robots. Whoops. No, we need a few more of those. Sand is side-loaded before smelting. The reason we do it that way is because it will be upgraded to a red belt. Eventually. Which we should do now, actually. Let's see. Can we get the red belt? But yeah, I don't know. I have no guesses. The only thing I know about it is that it will hopefully fix red belt. Oh, it's side-loaded a second time? Okay, if it's side-loaded a second time, that is not intentional. Wait, it is a red belt. Ah, thank you. I actually dragged... Oh, okay. Because I used to... Yes. The side load was because it was originally needed? Necessary. It was originally necessary when I had the 2 rows. Yep, okay, I see why it exists now. What's wrong with red belt? Nothing's wrong with red belt. We just don't really have it in that many places. We haven't automated it yet. That's the only thing that's wrong with it. Lack of having it. Which is more of a me problem than anything. Wait, what is that? What? What is over there? I'm very confused. Hold up. We have to go check this out. And we have a jetpack to do it too. Which is very hard to control. Not ideal. Okay, there we go. What is this? What are you? A meteor? How did they deconstruct a meteor? Did they just do that? Did they just auto do that, or did I decon it earlier? It probably is on me. Oh, it is automatic. Okay. I would have totally believed that I did it. Because sometimes I decon things just to like see what it does. Or see if I can, and then I don't stop it. So I would have 100% believed that I did it a long time ago. Also, we can concrete our whole factory if we want to give bots some work. Which I think is a not so terrible idea. Maybe not great for pollution, but... Oh my god, that looks terrible. I could have very easily just made it larger. Wait, we don't really need concrete since we have a jetpack. So this is arguably very useless. Yeah, almost completely useless. But it makes it feel like we've accomplished something. Wait, hold up. Why is that red? Yeah, as you can tell, I've never really used concrete that much. Is that just telling me there's already concrete there? Concrete is always useful. It is definitely useful to place. It's red because Robofor. Oh, sorry, not that red. Or do you mean like combined with the logistic? Okay, I see. It's okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Maybe? No, there's definitely like a different colored square there though. Is that just the concrete animation? Okay, well, the Roboport thing made sense when I was in map view, but now that I zoom in, I don't get why it's red still. I wonder if it's just colored, but like the edge isn't colored in the graphics. Yeah. Oh well. Once the whole factory is covered, it won't matter. Why is concrete useful? Well, if you're walking on foot, it's really useful because it makes you like 30% faster or something. And with this mod, it's usually more than 30% faster because you also have sand, which slows you. So sometimes it feels like 50 to 100% faster. So it's a nice speed boost. It's also used in a lot of recipes. But since I can fly, it's just not that great because I can fly over it and then I'm not affected by the ground. So all it's really doing right now is making it that I produce more pollution. And that's about it. I'll produce more pollution, but I won't gain a movement speed bonus. It's still useful in building. Yeah, you can use it to like mark off areas. I'd never do that. I just guess where things should go. Unless you mean building by hand, but even then, movement speed doesn't help a ton with that. But I guess it's not useless either. Oh, bragging rights when screenshotting though. That is something that's hard to put a price on. Okay, now it looks green. Oh wait, this is stuff that's not placed. I wonder if it's just an optical illusion. Like it looks gray. I think it's just a very reddish gray. But when it's next to the ghost, it looks blue or it looks red. Also, this isn't yeah, okay. I'm glad I checked here. This isn't a provider chest yet. Before we rely on bots to do it. It could look pretty cool on Iron Man Red, but someone would have to redeem for that because I'm stuck on this color. I am just doing things right now. I don't actually have a specific goal right now. I want to do core mining because it looks fun. Okay, there we go. It's funny that we ran out of jetpack fuel right as I was about to like stop flying. Like I never would have noticed if somebody didn't mention it. Okay, there we go. That should work. But currently we are working on just doing random things, which isn't really something you work on. Iron Man Red. Okay. Can I? It's a very dark red. I know that much. Maybe a little bit of like green in it. Wait, what? Oh, it doesn't update until I land. That makes sense. Yeah, that's true. We are debating over belts versus trains. I feel like that looks pretty close. I wish I could get it a bit more of a shine, but I don't think that's something we can do with just RGB. It's hard to replicate the look of like shiny metal in effect in Factorio, I guess. Okay. Where is the core mining? Here it is. Okay, let's see what this does. 100% effective, cool. And then does it just output onto a belt? I don't know if we should output onto a belt or a machine. Guess we'll find out. It said 15, wait, 15 per second? Oh wait, we need red belt. If we want to do 15 per second, we need either a red belt or we need to go into a chest. Let's go into a chest. Yeah, that works. You miss Factorio, recently moved for uni and don't have a PC until the new laptop arrives. Oh, that's rough. At least there will be a laptop though, because the game runs pretty well in like anything. It's like even a pretty basic laptop can at least play Factorio. I mean, it runs on the Switch these days. Can you output onto a splitter? You would have to output onto a red splitter. Because you can't... Red splitters only have as much throughput as each half has. And since it only outputs onto one half of the belt, I don't think that would work. Maybe. It could be weird. Oh, a meaty laptop. Well, yeah, that makes it doubly easy. Okay, so... That produces way faster than I thought it would. So I'm starting to understand now why it costs 25 megawatts. Also, because of the productivity module here, we wouldn't actually have... if it weren't... if we used a red belt with the productivity bonus, we wouldn't have actually had enough throughput, so going into a chest was a good idea. A yellow splitter also works. Well, red splitter, but yeah. Why does it work? That seems weird. Also, we didn't grab belts. That doesn't work. Unless you load it onto the side. Almost looks like the bonus is backwards. Yeah, whenever it's going going that fast. The more core miners you have, the less they produce. So yeah, someone said it's worth it to go up to like 4-ish. I really wish I had brought belts. I guess we'll use red belt for everything. Will this output fast enough? I don't think so. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, well these actually won't output a full belt. We can do something about that later. We know it's always theoretically better to add more. Well, at some point, well, you'd probably, I guess like you wouldn't reach like the theoretically point where like you're gonna start losing, like you're gonna spend more fuel than you gain in miners or something. But I guess as long as you have a renewable source, that also is a very, very tricky point to reach. We could just do this. There we go. Now we can output all of our mining. I don't know what we do with this. Where's... We only brought a single pulverizer. This will not be enough, will it? Gosh, there's so many recipes. I think it's this one. Yeah. Wait, we don't... Oh, God. How do we do this? Oh, okay. I see. This just produces everything. I don't know how to deal with pyroflux. Crude and water should be simple enough. Maybe we should process the cores back at base rather than here. I think it would be a lot easier to do that. Yeah, infinite and improves with mining productivity is a really, really good selling point for them. But yeah, I think we're just going to send a belt of cores back. We're going to leave this for later in case we upgrade it. But for now, we'll just use red belt, which we can't actually even use because we don't have any undergrounds. Maybe if we take a very roundabout way. Oh wait, we have glyph explosives. Yeah, that's true. If I want to add another one, I don't want to have like 6 separate sorting systems. Okay, well, we got as far as we could. If only there was something to transfer lots of stuff over rails. Like, this isn't that far. It's not worth using a rail yet. This is only like... This is only like 400 blocks from my base. That's nothing. That's only, what is that? 5,000... That's only 5,000 iron to move all of this that far. It's nothing. Wait, that's not iron. I just realized something. We could do a very simple red belt production here. Look at that. We automated red belt. We're geniuses. Only took us 6 hours to realize we could do it in a very decent spot. In a place where it'll be painful to add stations. Everywhere will be painful to add stations at this rate. Also, bots are still placing the concrete. Perfect. Hopefully I don't need them for anything else. Actually, why haven't we produced construction bots in a while? Wait, hold up. What's broken? Oh, we didn't cap our RoboPort assemblers, and we were starting to run out of iron. So the combination of that is making it that we are not producing robots, but we do have like 50. We do have like 50 RoboPorts, right? Oh, only 20. Red belt being fed by a single gear assembler. Well, I didn't say it would be great, but it's enough for how much we... If we had started it 4 hours ago when we had this belt, this would have buffered an entire chest of red belt, and it would have been perfectly fine. But since we placed it so late, it is a lot less useful. How's this? Now it's 2 gear assemblers. Significantly better. Yeah, it's just the intended way to play SpaceX. If you're going fast, it's not space exploration. Dims the rules. Okay. Where do we process stuff? Should it be here? Would above the smelting lane make sense? Or does anything make sense? I feel like this is a very good processing facility if it weren't for the liquids. Also, I need to figure out what pyroflux does. It seemed cool. Water, pyroflux, stone, iron. Ugh, I don't like that. Um, well, we can burn it directly in a steam engine, so that's pretty cool. We actually, wait, hold up. We actually automated steam engines, didn't we? They're really far down, but we did fully automate steam engines for once, which is big for us. Oh my God, we capped it at 6 though. Why? Why did we cap it at half of a smelting, half of a lane? Okay. And then we also needed pipes and under pipes, which we're definitely going to need a lot of. Why do we have limits so low? What possessed us to make the limits of everything like 10 assembling or 10 items? I think in our mind. Oh wait, I know what it was. This is a very long mall for like 3 assembling machines, and we didn't want things to. We needed these to start, so we capped everything above this. But that, which was great for getting, it was great for getting refineries initially, but now it's just pure negative. Build it above smelting, so when you get different smelting recipes, it'll be fun to rebuild. I like it. That is a solid point. Let's do it. I see no problem with this plan. Will I regret this? Yes, but it seems it seems good. We have bots. That's what bots are for. Also, we're just gonna cut through here. Hopefully we never have to expand this copper lane. Oh wait, this is an iron lane. You can tell you're not producing well whenever whenever you can't even tell what kind of resource it's producing by looking at it. Okay, so we have efficiencies or prods. Interesting. That's way too normal and good. Oh, the other option. A station that takes in fragments and then has few stations for each outpost. Oh, stations? That sounds like train propaganda to me. Can't have none of that here. Oh wait, hold up, we need more warehouses. Remember how like 30 minutes ago we were running out of steel? And we're still running out of steel and we haven't done anything to improve it? Yeah, that's going to be a rude awakening when we try to build warehouses with 0 steel. Can I copy this? Yes, okay. Yeah, we just kind of placed it everywhere because we could. It wasn't a good idea at all. Bots are still waiting to place like I don't know. There's a lot left here. Probably a few thousand entities, and we only have 200 bots because we ran out of iron and they just haven't produced. It's great. It's going okay. We are very confused right now. Is currently what's happening, but I think we can make it work. We're trying to do core mining, which looking at the recipes, it is a whole lot of buffer chests and nothing else. And it's a lot of different resources, and it seems very confusing. Oh wait, it's only 3. Oh, but they alternate which side is which. Okay, never mind. This isn't as complicated as I thought it was. Okay, and then Pyroflux we can just send straight into a chem plant, right? Oh, and it uses water. Okay, so we should be able to use Pyroflux smelting as a way to purge the water. Okay, we have a couple options here, and I'm probably gonna go with the dumbest one, knowing knowing how my plans seem to go. Okay, we could do this. Could we leave space to sort things better? Yes. Should we? Probably. We have another couple options too. We could do a massive sorter first, or like we can sort every output, or we can sort the storage chest, which is probably not a good option. But that might be what we're going with. Because I don't want to have to send these onto like 5 belts. Because otherwise we need like 5 filter splitters. The train propaganda stopped me from using the iron patch. I think what stopped me from using that iron patch is the fact that I just don't want to grab it yet. Yeah, we can blame trains. What about this? No, this is a terrible design, isn't it? I like it. Yep, okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, beautiful design that's not at all terrible. Except I can't flip it because it has liquids, but that's okay. Okay, I like it. Filter splitter also would work. Arguably, it would work better. Like I think there's no chance it wouldn't be a better idea. But I also like this idea because it's dumb, and I'm going to regret it 100%. Very very fast. Oops. Oh, just deleting things you didn't. Well, that works too. That definitely simplifies things. Does this work? I think this works. Yep, this will work. Okay. I like it. Landfill? Turning it into landfill. Good solution. And then let's just put a core mining fragment. And then this is going to be a complete mess. But what can I do about it? Also, I have no idea what these ratios even are. 20 over 20 seconds. This takes 20 seconds? How many pulverizers do I need? Wait. This takes 10 seconds to process. Do I need 15 pulverizers? I don't think we're going to get 15 pulverizers anytime soon. If I'm being honest. But at least we'll have the framework for it. And then let's see. How much chem plants do we need? Can we make this work? There is a chance we can make this work really easily. Oh wait, maybe we should output on the other side. Yeah, let's output on the other side. That's not going to be problematic. Okay, so far so good. I like it. I like it. And then that's where the cores will be when we eventually get them. And we did not bring any belts. If we try really hard and we handcraft these 22 belts, we can use almost entirely undergrounds to get this over here. I'm not saying it's good. I actually would say it's bad. It would be a better way of phrasing that. But yeah, we're just going to use all undergrounds because that's what we can afford. It's not really a cost thing. It's more just a I don't want to go back to base thing, which I think is fair. We did drop down from a red belt to a yellow belt, which is a bit rough. Although this is only slightly over 1 yellow belt, so that's not too much of a problem. Output wise, I don't think this is worth it. Okay, I think okay. Now we need to figure out how to add pyroflex. Where should we put the chem plants? Maybe we should just have a row on the end with steam engines, or we can make it that the steam engines are part of the assembler. That could work. As we speak, you're finished up 2 of the resources from the other planets. There's 2 more resources. There's probably more than that. Oh no. I've made a mistake. Okay, this changes things. We need an output for these, which complicates things just a little bit. Just a little bit. I forgot that these give resources. What if we send it back to the middle? Is that an option? I feel like that is a reasonable option. This is definitely not going to get locked up. Okay, that doesn't quite work, but it almost works. I think it's figured. I think I have it figured all out. Not good, but it is a. We do have it figured out. This is really something. Okay, look at this. It is scalable. Kind of. Probably. Possibly. I don't really know how much stone this will produce, so this could be a lot worse than I think it is. It probably is. And this can run an unspecified amount of steam engines. A very unknown amount of steam engines. So we're just going to do 4 and hope it's enough. It's not enough. Okay, there we go. Is it good? Yes, actually. I think it's very, very solid. It fits within a grid that is scalable. Maybe. We don't have enough water. This does need to be supplemented with water, which I figured would happen. We do want... I mean, does it really matter? I don't know if we need a water prio. I think we'll have one just in case. Yeah, the bottleneck of electricity unit usage will be rough. You know what? Screw it. Let's use a water tank. Nah, we won't for now, which means it's never going to happen. Can you measure... Can you measure a pipe? No, you can't. Okay. That's fine. How is our electricity? I have no idea what's happening there. That has to be when this backs up. I just like kick up and down 25 megawatts really fast. Okay, well, we're not getting water because I never connected it to power, but it should be good now. Surely can't go wrong. Yeah, nothing here can ever break. This is very balanced. It's completely sorted. Everything will run perfectly. We could even add a prod mod here if we want. And look at that. We're still consuming less power. Exactly 25 megawatts. Yeah, definitely a coincidence. It's definitely not the one machine that costs 25 megawatts. There's something else going on. These fill very, very slowly. I can't wait to copy this like 10 times and then realize it's awful. Actually, I already know it's awful, but I can't wait to copy it 4 times anyway. Actually, we can't quite copy it yet. Sunk cost fallacy? Not really. That has a very specific use case, and I don't think it's this. It's free forever. And that's true, it is free. And then if we think about it, we can just occasionally destroy the warehouse if we ever run out of buffered resources or buffer space. Maybe not the best plan, but it is a plan that will work. Oh, hold up. This works. This tiles really well. Yeah, okay. This tiles perfectly because it is designed perfectly and it is a wonderful base. And I have confirmation now that it couldn't be better. I like it. I do wish that we actually had enough resources to expand it. Also, I kind of wish we weren't placing concrete everywhere so bots could do something. Maybe we should take care of that. We can delete ghosts, right? Is it entity ghost or is it a different ghost? No, it is not. Tile ghost, there it is. Why did we place 14,000 concrete when we have 100 pots? Okay, maybe there were some issues with our design philosophy. I like it. We're not doing any sorting here either, which is a problem. We could sort here. Actually, I like that idea. I like having the sort at these rather than these. It saves like 5% of the 5% of the inserters. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like how they're uneven. There isn't anything I can do to fix it either. Okay, yeah, this will be great. There is only 5 resources, right? We have stone, we have copper, we have coal, we have uranium, I think, and stone. Uranium and stone. Add an inserter. That's a good idea. You're smart. Smart. Is there any like fake resources or things that kind of look ore-like? This looks ore-like. Good idea. Good idea. That looks a lot nicer. We're even gonna copy it onto the belt. There's a wait. Hold up. I didn't think this through though. Because all my smelting lane is down here. We should have rotated this the other way. Now we have to send all the resources back. This is great. Very, very nice. Okay. Yeah, it's too late. We can't fix it. It's literally impossible to fix right now. This is just optimization. Oh, wait, hold up. I have it. I think I have it. Maybe. This needs to be a red belt though. Why is this my design? I don't even know if this will scale. I think it might though. Okay. I don't really know what I'm thinking right now. I've kind of forgot what my original idea was. Something got lost along the way, but it does work. I have no idea what this is. I had an idea in my head, and then I went with it, and ooh, it's a lot worse than I thought. I don't think anyone's done something this monstrous, but it will make sense. I swear it will make sense. Probably. Maybe. Okay, I can't say for sure it will make sense, but it might make sense. And then we do need to make it a medium electric pole. So there we go. We sorted it out to 5 resources in probably the worst way I possibly could have. Like I think I could make an argument that I could have made it worse, but that would be pretty tricky. So it's definitely up there. Also, why aren't they in bot range? Oh wait, we don't have. We never upgraded to passive providers, did we? You have? Okay. That makes me feel better. Well, it is nice not being alone and creating these monstrosities. It helps normalize things to know other people make just as messy things. Never run back up. I could never run back up, but I'm not sure it is done. Ah, that's probably why we weren't getting things. Thank you. Thank you. I don't really like the button that jetpack is, so I need to change it if I ever want to use it regularly. Okay, and then now we can copy this. And we can paste it here. And it's very nicely scalable. Actually, I want to keep the pattern here because I like that pattern. Yeah, scalable is one way to describe it. Terrible is another way, but I'm gonna go with scalable. And then we can even do an underground there to make things nice and in line. Perfect. Okay, I think I got everything. The ghost color is a bit trippy, so I can't really tell for sure I did it right, but I think it's okay. And then I think we can just copy these to match up with the end, and it probably won't be a problem. Yeah, it doesn't even work technically, so I would say it's not actually perfect. Okay, now it is. Hey, it's functional. It's not fast, so we definitely need to adjust some of our values. We also should do it in oil tank, if we can get one. There is one way to get one that doesn't require me to have the resources for it. There we go. Now we have an oil tank. We'll connect it up later, or now. We can do. Wait, hold up. We have bots. Okay. How do we connect this? I mean, as long as we never have to expand power, this will work. I mean, that's silly. We'll of course need to expand power. But you know, we might be able to postpone it for a bit. Okay. That actually is not as bad as I thought it would be. I don't think it's a great way to design it, but I think it will eventually finish. And yeah, we really need to fix the concrete thing. This would be a great title screen base. Sporadically placed concrete to show how bots work. I don't think we have power poles with pass providers. There they are. We do have a couple options right now. Neither of them are great. I think we will manually do this. And I was aware I was not using my jetpack that time, but it was a short enough travel that it didn't seem worth it. Okay, can we power this? Yes, we can. You thought I did what on purpose? What, not put these in the robot network? No, that was definitely an accident. Okay, and now we need to actually use these resources. So, which ones are priority? Obviously, oh, the concrete spots. Yeah, that's definitely on purpose. We specifically chose random patches of concrete because we thought it would look nicer. Wait, which is this? That is not coal. I thought I was connecting coal right now. Okay, there we go. And then input prio left. Perfect. And then we do the same for copper. How'd you know? How'd you know I was a civil engineering student? I make roads for a living. Well, I'm maybe not for the people who go on them if they look anything like this. And then stone. And then if we just postpone using nuclear for a really long time, we can eventually we can buffer stuff for a really long time if we just do this. I mean, undergrounds aren't expensive. I would generally rather waste undergrounds than have to like redesign it. It's definitely not efficient use of undergrounds, but I don't like I like relying on smart belts whenever I can. This might work. Okay, that is an interesting way to balance it between a bunch of different belts. I mean, the only thing that matters here is that it prios the pulverizer. Thank you. I fixed it, right? Yes, okay. Thank you. That would have been rough if I didn't notice that for a long time and realized I backed up my pulverizers. Okay, why aren't they working? Is it just because bots haven't built it yet? Okay, we have only produced very small amount of resources from this, which is a bit unfortunate. How's our power? It's not connected to power. Okay, that looks better. You're not sure what happened, but you swear I fixed it with voodoo magic? I think that one I fixed normally. But sometimes sometimes I use flips to fix things, which looks pretty cool. Okay, and then do we have more pulverizers? We actually need one more, I believe, which is actually kind of expensive. We could do two for now. And then I think it's within bot range, especially if we copy the roboports with it. Actually, we should just be copying the roboports with all of them, just so we can expand it forever. Okay. That iron ore splitter is using both of its outputs. Currently, I don't have a distribution of smelting lanes. It's just kind of random. But yeah, if it is a problem, I can definitely move the splitter over and it's not too much of a problem. We could do this. That'll help. It will still use both the outputs, but it will prioritize one. Stone line prio incorrect. Thank you. Wait, why didn't this have a prio? I thought I copied it. Yeah, maybe I didn't. Okay, I think everything looks good now. Okay. Good is not good phrasing. I think everything looks like it exists. It is functional, and that's about it. That's all I can say for it. It does the job. Okay, bots can't actually expand things. We have to go finish it by hand. That's fine, though. Okay, perfect. Then I think the other bots will finish up the rest. Maybe, or it'll just stand here for a bit. Are we using enough pyroflux? I think we are, actually. Oh, we're not using enough steam. Okay, well that's an easy fix. Okay, there we have more power. Let's see, how much power do these use anyway? 150 kilowatts. Wait, do I not have these connect through? Huh. Okay, I guess we are doing local power for all of them. Which might explain why they're functioning so slowly. And then, is that a pattern we can repeat? It kind of is. Then those will eventually get completed. We're not consuming coal. Oh wait, that's because most of our coal goes into power, of course. Oops. We don't really have that much coal going into plastic right now. Which means we need another prio somewhere. Ideally, it would be here, which I think we were supposed to do something else here, but that's fine. This will be okay. Input prio left. And I think it's actually within bot range, but just in case, we'll place another roboport, and voila. We eventually will get something from this. Really do not think we have enough pulverizers, though. Are the pulverizers able to pay for themselves in terms of power? Because that's kind of what I'm hoping. These are fluctuating like crazy. I don't know if we have enough steam. I'd guess not. Well, I don't imagine they would pay for the core miner, but I think they could pay for the pulverizer themselves. But at least with efficiency modules. Like I don't expect it to pay for the whole setup, but I think they could mostly offset the pulverizer. especially when it's reduced by 70%. It's hard to see. It's hard to say though. 4 Pyroflex produces, I don't even know what that ratio is. I don't know what 500 steam is. Okay, they backed up on Steam, so that's good. they can't pay for anything. Are you saying we have like some kind of like communism or socialism with these pulverizers? We're playing Factorio where we turn everything to a factory. That kind of makes sense. I figured it was a very capitalistic factory. That's true. You do share. You don't have to share the blueprints. You can share the blueprints. That one's optional. So those ones you get a choice in. Unless you mean specifically these ones. These do share blueprints with each other. Not with anyone else in the world though. This is such a bad design. And I have a terrible idea. We can make it double-sided. Kind of. If we could figure out a way to distribute it onto these belts. But I don't think we could. So instead we're just gonna keep expanding it left. Bots will eventually finish it. Maybe efficiency modules aren't the way to go. Maybe we need speed modules because this is incredibly space inefficient. I think I need to consume more core fragments and use less space, and efficient speed modules are way better than that. Of course, then we probably won't be producing enough. Yeah, if we do that, we probably won't be producing enough power. This is honestly like way bigger than I was expecting. I see now why I was advised to not build it here. I like it though. It's kind of expandable. It's expandable until we fill an entire belt. Oh, and then we can side load. No, it's expandable up to a full belt. We can upgrade it to red belts too because we don't have belt weaving anywhere. Wait, do we actually have throughput problems? We might have to check. This produces 8/10. So that's 0.8. So what is one belt? Is it 3.7? No, 7.5. Nine. Okay. So we would need a belt swapper somewhere here. And that's actually a really awkward spot to build in. Okay, yeah, we could do a belt swapper pretty easily, I think, or a side loader in like one of these sections because there's a lot of space to do it. Even though there's 5 belts, I think we can make it work, especially if we go up. You're now reflecting over the fact that you conveyed virtual. Wait, what? Hold up. We have the squeak through. Squeak through is included in exploration. How have I not noticed this so far? Is this the first time I've ever had to walk into a pipe? I've been walking around them this whole time, or at least walking through and not noticing them. They're just fancy shredders. They're like building wide shredders though. I mean, they're larger than well, I guess I wouldn't call a furnace a building either. Is anything really a building? The building, I feel like, is the whole planet, and this is just the stuff inside the building. Maybe the refinery. You could probably argue that this is a building. Although it's more just a tower. It's the most building structure. The warehouse, I guess, is warehouses would be a building, but those aren't vanilla Factorio. So I don't know how to balance those. Okay, we definitely did not need to expand the steam engine, so let's just decon them. Yeah, they're just machines. Also, can we give bots anything? Not really. We could give them a few medium electric poles to finish the job. Oh no, we're out of steel. I mean, we knew this would be a problem, but we just didn't do anything about it. I mean, technically we did do something about it. It's just, it did as little as we expected it to do. This was our plan to fix steel. But it wasn't really supposed to fix steel. It was just supposed to make it that steel didn't run out as fast. But by the time we got it set up, we consumed like 20% of this lane. So, yeah, it wasn't, maybe it wasn't the best plan. We also need 200 steel if we want to finish what we just built. So that's never going to happen. We need more pulverizers. Yeah, we can't afford more pulverizers. Maybe we can afford one. We can afford one. We can get 15 steel. Okay, one pulverizer. We need some fast filter inserters, which... Oh, we can afford just enough. We only need 12. Okay, we can place that. Let's see. Pulverizer. What else do we need? Medium electric poles. Yes, we have just enough. Okay. And then one warehouse. Wait, why one warehouse? Oops. Okay, so that way bots place the functional one first, and then they need the pulverizer and the the splitters, filter splitters, filter inserters. There we go, 10 times the charm. Modern concrete art. Yeah, we can call this art. I think we'll leave it. I do like it. It gives a very like freckled vibes, and who doesn't like freckles? I mean, sure, our walk speed is going to vary by like plus or minus like 100% now as we walk across the base, like if we go from concrete onto sand. But it looks fun, and that's what matters. Like, this is clean. It's not good, but it is clean. Like, that's something. It's just a phase. I wish it was just a phase, but we're going to be stuck with this forever. Nobody can escape it. Okay, I don't know why bots haven't placed that yet. I guess our bots are just really bad, which makes sense. We were only able to get 2 upgrades for them. Okay, you know what? Not terrible. And if we start to run out of... I don't think we're going to run out of core mining, are we? Actually, we might. Yeah, okay. Have I seen what one needs for logistics chests? Kind of. I saw that it requires 4 sciences that I do not know how to get. So I at least am aware that is not going to be easy. That's the extent of my knowledge. It is more than I know how to get. Just a little, yeah. Just a tad. Just a casual amount. Just a casual lot of work, you know, the usual. Oops. Thank you, Smart Belt. That is exactly what I wanted. Okay, that should be enough red belt. We do need to upgrade it all the way. Upgrading belts backwards, by the way, is not something I would recommend. Smart Belt does not always like it. Seems to be working okay. That part is less okay. Was not... Wait, why did that happen? Oh, because I was replacing undergrounds. It only requires handling interplanetary logistics. Yeah, only. That's easy. I mean, if we can make this work, we can make anything work, right? If only this, well, I was going to say if only this could work faster, but obviously we are not limited by the ability of the core mining drill, so I don't think that's that important. Okay. I think that is a good stopping point for today. These were my 2 goals for the day. And I don't have a ton of time to do anything new. Next time we will get iron. Maybe I'll give in to the demands and actually do trains. We'll see. I could probably set up a basic train system. It'll be worse than any belt system I could set up, but at least it'll eventually be better. But to start with, it will not be a good way to get steel, especially. Actually, hold up. We might have to do a rail first because we can't produce trains right now. We don't have steel, which means we can't actually produce a rail network with our 4 steel assembly machines. I should be on tomorrow. It's not so much like fucking up, it's just making it a useful amount of rails, like making it better than belts. Like sure you can't screw up the rails, but if it's not, it's really difficult to make it better than belts. Or not difficult, but if it's not better than belts, it doesn't really serve a purpose. And I don't think it will be better than belts. At least not next time. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow or Tuesday. Oh yeah, they'll definitely serve a purpose in the long term. Just not super important quite yet. And then there we go. Everything is kind of balanced. I don't know why coal is backing up so bad. Oh, it's on the wrong side. We need a side loader here. Okay, so if we do a side swapper here, the purpose of this is basically the the coal that's being consumed is mostly down here, and it's prioritizing the other side of the belt. So even though we have this input prio, it doesn't make a difference because they're only taking from the other side. So if we have this side swapper here, that should fix it decently enough. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just makes it slightly sorted. Yeah, we'll need to start stockpiling belts. So next time we'll probably get this with belts, and then we'll start working on trains. But we need to get this hooked up first, and then we can do train stuff. Because if we can't make our whole base run, we can't afford trains. But after that, we can do trains. Then we can start actually doing red belt would be good. Well, we do need to, yeah, we can't actually belt stuff to space. But the rest of it, of actually buffering belts, would be a good idea. At least for red and red belts. Because we haven't done that yet. And we need to make a transition to red belts. But I don't know. I think a 40 bajillion mile long belt train would be great. Like, what if we just have a belt system going between planets? I think it would be very great. Like, that is the future of space travel. Like, it's basically how the space elevator works, right? Just extend it to the sun and the next galaxy. We're gonna take the inserter throwing mod, and we're gonna scale it up to make it that belts can also launch objects by just moving the belt really, really fast, just like launching it. It's gonna be great. But thank you all for watching. Thanks for the follows. I should be back again tomorrow or Tuesday. I've had to take it easy the past couple weeks, so my streams aren't super consistent. I do want to get back to at least my normal streaming schedule of a couple hours a day. So hopefully back tomorrow. If not, should at least be back Tuesday. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Beef taco, beef taco.